what's up everybody? This is Junior Chicken here, and oh man, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are just around the corner. And while we haven't got as much news for these games as we've had for Pokemon Sun and Moon, they're still looking to be really awesome follow-up games, and I cannot wait to get my hands on them and start playing them. These games seem to be taking the same approach as Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, being direct sequels to Pokemon Sun and Moon, and hopefully they will not disappoint. They got a bunch of new stuff in there. A lot of the news videos have got me pretty excited for this game because there's a whole bunch of content being crammed into this game, a lot more than there was for Pokemon Sun and Moon, or at least from what I could tell. So yeah, let's start off with the Pokemon themselves, the new ones that have been revealed. There actually have not been that many new Pokemon revealed, just 2 new forms for Necrozma, 1 new form for Lycanroc, and 3 new Ultra Beasts. The new forms for Necrozma are titled Duskmane Necrozma and Dawnwing Necrozma. When fusing with one of these two, Necrozma gets a new Psychic type attack called Photon Geyser. And I'm also guessing that it gets stat boosts that kind of lean it in towards the directions of behaving as the Pokemon it fused with, as well as acquiring either Sunsteel Strike or a Moongeist Beam, depending on which legendary you fuse it to. Yeah, Necrozma's really taking up to be the center of the plot in the game as well, which I'll talk about a little bit later on, hopefully. Also, with Lycanroc, it has a new Dusk form, which seems to be a balance between the midday and midnight forms. It can learn both Accelerock and Counter, which before was only exclusive to midday or midnight form, and you can't get it regularly in-game. The only way you can get it is by getting a special Rockruff, which you get from, I think, pre-ordering the game, I guess. This Rockruff also has Fire Fang if you get Ultra Sun, or Thunder Fang if you get Ultra Moon, which does give it some more type coverage as well as some coverage against weaknesses like water and grass. And the 3 new Ultra Beasts that have been revealed, we've got the UB Adhesive, which looks like a purple kind of elf looking alien or something, which is a pure poison type. We got UB Spark, which is a fire ghost type, hopefully giving Chandelure a run for its money. And also has a new attack called Mind Blown, which is, I guess, a fire attack because it basically throws its head at the enemy and it explodes, which is... And then there's UB Assembly, which is, unsurprisingly, a rock and steel type. Yeah, you kind of have to give it that type when it looks like a big pile of bricks shaped into like a chimney or something. We've also learned about a few exclusive Z moves as well. If you give Kommo-o the Commonium Z and it learns Clanging Scales, it can pull off Clangorous Soul Blaze, which is a pretty powerful dragon type attack that also lowers the attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed of the target. Basically the reverse of the special effects you get from Ancient Power. Lycanrocs also can get an exclusive Z move if you give them the Lycanium Z and they learn Stone Edge. They can pull off something called Splintered Storm Shards, which basically looks like weaponized stealth rocks. It makes a lot of sense to me why Stone Edge is used to pull off that specific Z move, because if you used Accelerock, then Midnight form of Lycanroc wouldn't be able to use it. And it shows in the trailer all 3 of the Lycanrocs pulling off the Splintered Storm Shards. Also, the mascot legendaries can pull off their own kind of Z move, which is an extension of their signature attack. So, if you have Sunsteel Strike or Moongeist Beam on your Solgaleo and Lunala, and you give them their signature Megastone, they can pull off either Searing Sunrays Smash or Menacing Moonrays Maelstrom. And as I predict, the Necrozma fusions can also pull these Z moves off as well. And of course, the most overrated Pokemon of this generation is also getting a signature move, Mimikyu. Mimikyu gets a signature move if you give it the Mimikium Z, and it has the move Play Rough. It can pull off the Z move, Let's Snuggle Forever, which is a fairy type move, but the animation for it is actually fairly disturbing for a fairy type move. It looks like the Alola region is also getting pretty revamped for these sequels as well. There's dark clouds surrounding Alola now, giving off the more oppressive story, I guess, for the sequel, especially since Necrozma is quite taking the spotlight. And we're also getting new buildings and landscapes added to the Alola Islands, giving us more places to explore than we'd had before, of course. So you also get an opportunity to travel into Ultra wormholes with Solgaleo and Lunala, and be able to fight the UBs on their home turf, so to speak. And there's a new place called Ultra Megalopolis, which is a city in Ultra Space where Necrozma has stolen the light from. I guess Necrozma is trying to surround the world in darkness or something. Even though it's not a dark type, it's a psychic type, but who's counting, I guess? We're also meeting up with the Ultra Recon Squad, which is basically a bunch of people that are investigating Necrozma. I don't know if these are going to be the villains or if they're going to be like the Aether Foundation or what's going on. I think in the trailers revealing them, they showed them in the place of the Aether Foundation, so it's really confusing to me what their involvement is, but you also have access to much more Pokemon now than you did in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think they bragged about over 400 Pokemon can now be encountered in the wild. And that's pretty exciting for me because I always like a lot more variety when it comes to my Pokemon games. I like it when you have a lot of Pokemon to choose from. There's also a cool new ride Pokemon in the form of Mantine. Mantine now allows you to surf between islands, which is pretty cool. In fact, I didn't know it was possible for you to make Mantine cool. The Rotom Dex is also getting some more features for this game, including the Roto Lado, which may be this game's version of O-Powers, I think, in a way that you get a random effect that might boost the experience points you get, or the amount of cash money you get from winning battles. And you can also use Rotom Z power to pull off another Z move during battle, which actually seems pretty overpowered to me, but we'll go with it, I guess. There's also a new photo club, which allows you to take pictures with your Pokemon. And hopefully this will be a lot funner than the snap sections in Sun and Moon. I didn't really get much mileage out of going to those spots and taking pictures, really. However, the really exciting stuff came from the last trailer that Pokemon revealed, where we got a look at Team Rainbow Rocket. Apparently, Giovanni has returned to cause tyranny within Alola. And yeah, not only that, but we get all the villainous teams from Generations 1 through 6 back as well. We even get the OG Generation 3 designs for Archie and Maxie. Cyrus, the evil as hell Ghetsis, and Lysander. Although he basically died next in Y, didn't he? But whatever. Yeah, that's pretty incredible that you get to face all 6 of these villains in this game. On top of that, they're allowing us to catch every single non-mythical legendary Pokemon in this game as well. That might be just spoiling us right there, honestly. Like, we already had something like this in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I don't know if we can do this again. Woo! Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that these Pokemon are version exclusives. So Pokemon Ultra Sun has about half of them, and then Pokemon Ultra Moon has about half of them. And there are certain legendaries that you can only have access to once you capture the legendary Pokemon from both versions. And then there's the Battle Agency, which is basically the battle facility in this game where you can rent out powerful, even legendary Pokemon to help you kick ass when you're going through the different modes, I guess. Also, there's collecting of totem stickers along the way during your journey. I think they might play into the island challenges, which are also being revamped. And other than that, I don't think I have much else to say. I'm really excited. I want to see the direction where this story goes, especially after that one trailer where it's like, this isn't the Alola you used to know or something. Like, it showed Lucamine being like kidnapped by some Pokemon and telling her son and daughter to run is like crazy. Mainly, I want to see what they do with Lily in this game because she's returning. And she was by far my favorite character in the Pokemon series, so I definitely want to see what she does in this game. And also, I have not seen Professor Kukui anywhere, and that's got me a bit concerned, because he's not around when you get your starter Pokemon, and I just wonder if he's going to be in this game or not. But in the meantime, I'll be playing on my Switch. I got both Pokken Tournament DX and Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle, so you might see a video about one of those two games in the future. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.